Hey guys, so today I wanted to share with you these delicious homemade Snickers bars. So they don't taste exactly like Snickers, but they have very similar look and a lot of the same things that like a Snickers bar would have in it. So let's get started. So you want to start with 2/3 a cup of rolled oats, and you want to blend that into an oat flour. So with a blender or a food processor, just blend it until it has a flour consistency. And dump that into a bowl. You don't need a very big bowl. All the little batches you're going to make are like pretty small. Also, you can easily make this recipe gluten-free just by adding gluten-free rolled oats. And then add a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. And a 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. Then add 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. I make sure to use like the real maple syrup just because like it is better for you and it keeps this recipe actually really healthy. So you want to just mix that around until it's all mixed up, and then you want to have a lined sheet of a lined loaf pan with parchment paper. So I just lined that. I kind of folded the edges so it wouldn't get like any weird marks. I'm not sure if you can tell, but sometimes it like crunches together weird, so I just made sure to fold it so that it was like going to be a nice shape. And then you want to dump the mixture out of your bowl into the pan, and then just spread it evenly and then throw it into the freezer. So for this next part, you're going to need coconut butter. It is different than coconut oil, so do not try using coconut oil instead of it because it won't turn out good. So make sure you use coconut butter. I got mine from Farm Boy. I couldn't find it like anywhere else. So you're going to need 1/2 cup of melted coconut butter, and that's like just what the consistency looks like. I tried Bulk Barn and so many other places, but like I said, Farm Boy is the only place I could find it. So I just used the same bowl for the same thing. I dumped it into the one that the other mixture was in. So the 1/2 cup of melted coconut butter right in there. And then you want to add 1/2 cup of maple syrup to that as well. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then just mix it around really good. So this is the caramel part of like the Snickers bar. So yeah, once that's done, you pull your other part out of the freezer, and then you can dump the caramel part over top. So after you've spread the caramel evenly, then you can add 2/3 a cup of roasted peanuts over top, and I kind of pressed mine down a little bit, and then you want to put it back into the freezer for about 1/2 hour so that the whole thing is solid for when you cut it up into the bars. So once that's ready, you can get your chocolate ready. You need 1 cup of chocolate and 1 teaspoon of coconut oil, and then you just melt that together, and that'll be your chocolate. So before I did that, I quickly took this out of the freezer and cut it up into bars. So it'll make like 6 full-size chocolate bars, or you can make them into minis. I think it'd be easier to make it into minis just for like dipping them and everything. But what I did is I just made 1 big one and poured the rest over top just because I was getting kind of lazy and I didn't want to dip them all. So next time I think I would just make them into mini bars and then dip them like that. So that's just what they look like before you dip them in the chocolate or pour chocolate over top. They're really good even like this, but I like chocolate, so I added the chocolate on top. And these ones I just dumped it on top, spread it evenly, and then cut them into squares. But this is what the end result looked like if you like made it into a chocolate bar. And I also cut it open for you guys to see the different layers. They like look really good, and they also taste delicious. They are so sweet. You would think there's like tons of sugar in them, but there's just maple syrup, and yeah, they're really good. Anyway, if you guys like this recipe, the whole recipe is in the description below. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.